Welcome back everybody. Today we're going to share some more games that don't require any equipment at all. In Jedi Battle, you're going to select one person to be the Jedi who starts in the middle, going to be surrounded by the runners. Now the runners are all going to close their eyes, and upon opening them, they're going to look across the circle at someone. If that person's looking back at you, then you need to quickly try and trade places with them. The aim of the game is for the Jedi to try and replace one of the runners by getting into the space that they just left before they can get there. We then have a new Jedi and the game continues. This game promotes reaction time, change of speed and agility as you try to weave across the area without bumping into anybody else. You can make the game harder by adding more Jedis or by giving them a foam noodle which they can use to tag the other players instead of trying to get into the space before they do. In Pyramid Tig, we're going to select 3 children to be the pyramid and they're going to move around the area trying to capture the runners. And it's the runner's job to try and twist, turn and manoeuvre their way around the area, staying clear of that pyramid. If the pyramid manages to catch a runner, then the runner becomes mummified and they must keep still. And the pyramid wins the game by mummifying all of the runners. But as the movers run around, they can revive people, bring them back into the game. All they've got to do is get close to them and shout, "Immortality!" And they're back in the game. And we can make the game harder by adding in extra pyramids. Now watch as the children develop their communication, teamwork and decision-making skills. Our penultimate game is Galaxies. In teams of 3 you're going to select a sun, an earth and a moon. As with our solar system, the moon is going to orbit the earth as the earth orbits the sun. While all this is going on, the sun's going to select a challenging balance and try and hold it. We can ramp up the difficulty by asking children to adopt different movements as they coordinate their orbits without bumping into one another. Now to test the class's understanding and observation skills, at any point we can ask the moons, the earths or the suns to switch. So you're going to have to get yourself into a new galaxy and quickly coordinate your movements with another group. We can get creative by adding comets who aim to get across the area as quickly as possible without bumping into anybody. We can add rockets who need to try and visit as many of the Earths as they can. And we can also add in a team of asteroids who are just going to move around the area trying to make coordinating and orbiting much more difficult for everybody else. This game involves heaps of coordination, teamwork, as well as observation and critical thinking. And we finish with Hopscotch Remix. We're going to keep the original structure of Hopscotch but give children chalk and therefore the ownership to adapt and create their own version. It could be that you absolutely have to land in certain squares to complete the course. It could be that the game is instantly over if you land on certain death squares. And we can even rub out and recreate squares in a brand new place, awarding a scoring system for those squares that are particularly hard to reach. Play the game several times, constantly adapting the game as you go. And as the session moves on, ask children to swap their Hopscotch remix with another. Having a go on other children's courses means that you're met with a plethora of different challenges to complete. To get maximum value from this, encourage children to be as creative as possible, adding their own thoughts and ideas into the game. This is great for supporting them in developing their independence, negotiating and decision-making skills. Thank you for watching. I hope that you found the video useful. If you did, then please like and share it with anybody else that you feel might find it useful. And as always, remember to subscribe so that you can catch next week's video. I'll see you then.